Hello, this screencast is going to provide you with information for taking 40 historical context notes, and this is for the 7th grade history research project. This is an overview of the lesson on Veracross. So do today, historical context keyword search list. That's 8 items on the list for background and build-up. You did this with your teacher. Source check number 2. That's 3 new historical context sources on background and build-up. What you're going to be learning today is how to take 20 background notes and how to take 20 build-up notes. You're watching the screencast now, so let's jump to activity 2. You're taking 40 plus total historical context notes. That's 20 plus background notes, 20 plus build-up notes. You probably should try to take more than 40 total or 20 apiece. Use all 3 sources. So read source 5, source 6, and source 7 and read them in their entirety. Get as much information out of them as possible. Finally, use the note-taking Google Doc on Classroom, and these links will take you directly to your note-taking Google Doc. Homework. 20 plus background notes, 20 plus build-up notes. For periods 2-4, it's due 4/20. That is a Monday. And for periods 1-7, it's due 4/21. And that is a Tuesday. Office hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, they are 2 to 2:45. And Friday, they are from 12 to 1 p.m. So 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And you can click this link to sign up for a time. And the link will be sent to you via email to do the Google Meet. All right, you need to remember that when you're reading a lot of the sources, you need to still keep these questions in mind, that you are pulling out what, who, when, where, why, and how when taking your notes. So be asking those questions in your head. Good readers ask themselves questions while they're reading. Moreover, you're going to continue to remember to take good notes. Paraphrased, capturing those 5 W's, using short phrases of 3 to 10 words. I see some people using really long sentences. Chop those up, remove the unnecessary words, and use shorthand. Remember paraphrasing. That means putting things into your own words. Please do not copy paste. That is plagiarism. All right, review, keyword search list, where we have been. You took your heart of the story keyword search list, or you created it with 10 items. And just recently, you created the historical context list of search terms. And you also use those search terms now to find sources. The first source is either your online textbook or ABC Clio. This is for the overview notes. Everybody should look like this. If it doesn't look like this, you might want to look at your notes and say, what am I missing? Then you collected 3 sources on heart of the story. Finally, you were to find 3 or 4 sources on historical context, build-up and background. I decided I wanted to do 4 so I could get 20 plus notes on my historical context topics. The colors matter here too with the document we're going to look at next. Blue is going to be the overview notes, red is going to be the heart of story notes, and then purple is going to be the new notes on historical context. Here is the notes page. This is the teacher copy. So Voting Rights Act of 1965 is my topic. I already showed you my keyword searches. Here is my sources. You can see the colors of blue, red, and purple, and those will match the notes that were taken from those sources. So here's my 20 overview notes, and I also have my annotation. I'm also using the side panel to ask questions, provide quotes. Here are my heart of the story notes, and notice I've labeled this heart so that I know that it's the heart of the story. And I have 9 there. I'm making sure that I'm labeling the top, doing the sides. I'm doing my annotations, and I've added heart. And my final heart of the story, I filled in the top, the sides, I got my annotation, I have my notes, and I've filled in heart at the top. Now, the new notes. So I'm starting to take notes on background and build-up or historical context. So I put background here because this is on background, and I'm taking notes on Jim Crow laws. So I filled in the top. I took my notes, 10 there, and then I wrote my annotation. Here's my second background source. And I filled in the top. In this case, I couldn't find an author. It's okay to write none, but you want to pull as much information out as possible. I took my 11 notes there. I wrote my annotation here. And then some search terms on the side that I want to look into more. I also asked a question based on the Great Migration. Or actually, I provided a fact, not just asked a question. Then here's my third source. I'm now moved into build-up. I'm filling it in with all the necessary information at the top. My notes, my annotations, some searches that I want to do in the future. And then finally, I did a fourth source because I wanted to do more on build-up. And my topic for build-up was the sit-ins and the nonviolent protests of the 1960s. And I took my notes, I got my annotations, and I got my information on the side. So this is what your notes page should roughly look like. You don't need to color coordinate like I did, but it might be a good idea to start adding those titles at the top next to the sources to start organizing things. Also, notice that all my notes pages are on one page. You want to keep that because it keeps it organized and neat. So maybe just shrinking up the size of the boxes so that they fit on one page after you're done. You can also highlight this and make it into a single space. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck taking your 40 plus historical context notes, 20 on build-up, 20 on background.